2002 World Rally Championship has seen plenty of place-made thrills, spills and tough competition. We're still only a third of the way through a season in which Mother Nature has already more than played her part. Round 1 in Monte Carlo promised snow and ice, but mild weather turned it into a high-speed rally on the twisty mountain roads of southern France. The big thaw continued on round 2 in Sweden, turning the event on its head. There was still no shortage of action. Next on the twisty, unforgiving tarmac roads on the island of Corsica, where competitors pushed right to the edge, and sometimes over it. The championship trail continued in northern Spain, where tens of thousands of rally fans were entertained, Catalonian style. Next it was to the island of Cyprus, where the heavens opened on the first gravel event of the season. And that brings us to round 6 in South America.
Argentina! Argentina!
The only round of the World Rally Championship to be held in the Americas is run in the mountains in the centre of Argentina, around 700 kilometres from the country's capital, Buenos Aires, with the 3-day event based in the lakeside tourist resort of Villa Carlos Paz. The stages are run high in the Sierra Grande mountains, on gravel roads which climb to around 2 kilometres above sea level. Unpredictable weather often brings rain and low cloud, while water splashes are yet another hazard facing the crews. This time last year, Colin McRae kick-started his championship campaign by leading from start to finish to 10 valuable points. This year, though, he arrives in Argentina with just 6 points from 5 rallies. 2 rolls denied him almost certain victory in Cyprus, his battered car eventually finishing 6th, so badly needs a change of fortune.
We've really got to have a good score here. Maybe not necessarily a win, but certainly a very good score.
McRae's teammate Carlos Sainz sits just above him with 9 points, so he too will be looking for his first victory in a long while. Subaru's Tommy Mäkinen has won the rally 3 times, so perhaps the unusual training methods of Mäkinen and teammate Peter Solberg weren't that strange after all.
It's good feeling so far. We have done some little change, some few changes after Cyprus. The car feels alright.
But so far this year, the team to beat has been Peugeot. Victorious on 4 of the 5 rallies, they've dominated the championship. Reigning title holder Richard Burns has now come to terms with his new car and team, while the 2000 champion Marcus Bromholm has hardly done a little wrong.
It's good, but it's not enough yet. We have to take points also in the next rally. So.
At the other end of the championship table, Alistair McRae has just 2 points and is hoping for a return of Mitsubishi's winning ways. Hyundai, in the shape of Freddie Leutz and Daniel Schwartz, are looking to add to their points tally this weekend, while Skoda will be keen to score their first points of the season. Going into round 6, this is how the Drivers' Championship looks. An all-Peugeot top 3 is headed by Marcus Bromholm, who has an 11-point lead over Gilles Panizzi, with Richard Burns in 3rd place and Tommy Mäkinen in 4th. Confirmation too of Colin McRae's 10th position, 4 points ahead of younger brother Alistair. It's a similar story in the series for manufacturers. Peugeot already have a 41-point advantage, with Subaru and Ford aware that they have to start winning soon. The rally's first day was run to the north of Carlos Paz, based around a service park in the town of La Cumbre. 9 stages were planned, the first 3 followed by 2 runs around a super special on the outskirts of the host town, with 4 more long stages in the afternoon, around 160 kilometres in total. The spectators were out in force to see their heroes in action. Stage 1, in fact, had seen spectators start to arrive at 11 o'clock the previous night, and there were thousands packed into the 23 kilometres. So many, in fact, that the stage fell victim to its own success. And as we've seen so many times already this year, the organisers cancelled the stage on safety grounds. As the unhappy fans filed back out of the stage, they weren't the only ones who were disappointed.
We arrived there and they told us that too many people, too much spectators, so we couldn't start. So we took the way around. I came to the second stage.
We needed the extra kilometres today, and it's a big disappointment to us to lose the first stage of the day. Because this is a day where we feel we could have an advantage with our running order with Carlos and Colin. So really, it's not something that we were looking forward to.
What you see behind me is water splash. It's very typical for Argentinian rally, and during this rally we have maybe 10 to 15, maybe even 20 water splashes like this. Depending how much it has been raining, it can be like between 5 centimeters up, maybe 30, 40 centimeters water. And we have to decide during the recce how fast we can take the water splash. You have to put the car straight so that you cannot come oversteering to the water splash, then it can be a little bit dangerous. But this is typical Argentina.
Stage 2 would see a number of those water splashes, although the bulk of the 27-kilometre San Marcos Sierra stage was made up of dry, sandy soil, so dust would also be a hazard for the crews. The only pair who wouldn't have that problem would be Gronholm and Rautiainen. As championship leaders, the pair were first into the stage and so had the luxury of clear air. The clock in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen gives you their time.
Ja nyppy oikein nopea. Eli helppo.
Next into the stage were their teammates, Richard Burns and Robert Reed. In Burns' case, it was this water splash, not the dust, which was the problem. The concern on Richard's face is clear to see. Water has got into the car's electrics and he has to drive most of the stage on 3 cylinders. Again, keep your eye on the clock to see just how much time that costs.
Stone 20, slight left in 60. Slight crest to flat left and flat left in braking 70. Slow medium left of a crest long, damp 60. Through water, flat right and left 60. Flat right to fast right over crest 30. Easy left plus a long opens 100. Left max to left max.
Did you close it through that?
Yeah, close it through everyone.
No such problems for Tommy Mäkinen, 6.6 seconds slower than Gronholm and giving the fans a soaking in the process. Harry Rovanperä in the third of the Peugeots also fared far better than Burns. He still couldn't get anywhere near Gronholm's time, however, 14.5 seconds the gap between the two at the end of the stage. On the previous round in Cyprus, any hope of a good result for Carlos Sainz ended with power steering failure on the very first stage.
Para uno, me queda Luis 2 kilómetros.
Incredibly, the same thing happened on stage 2 here in Argentina. Luis Moya gave him the bad news. Sainz's arm muscles would get some unexpected exercise, since he'd have to drive the last 10 kilometers of the stage with no power steering. A case of lightning striking the same place twice.
Sasar mucho, para derecha buena más, se abre. Para izquierda rápido, ojo, le cierra poco, para uno.
Cyprus also saw early problems for Petter Solberg, but Argentina's first morning was much better for the Norwegian. Slower than both Gronholm and Mäkinen, but quicker than Rovanperä despite picking up a puncture. Solberg and co-driver Phil Mills were happy men. Colin McRae and Nicky Grist also needed a solid start, but one incident in the stage suggested McRae might have been
Jump 50,
a little.
jump middle 100, jump into turn, 2 left plus opens. Yeah. Okay. And 6 right minus.
That scare was McRae's only problem on the stage, but as the focus tackles the last water splash, it's clear from the clock that the Scot is well off Gronholm's pace.
70. Press, then 6 left to stop. Okay.
One of the performances of the stage came from Juha Kankkunen, who exactly matched McRae's time, delighting his Hyundai team bosses in the process.
Flat right over
His big
jump.
brother, Alistair McRae,
50,
also needed
flat
wings at
jump
one point.
120,
Hugo was only
braking,
16th
air
fastest
braking, straight
defending
press into
Mitsubishi
turn,
steering
long
on the
tail
big
left,
jump.
opens. Cable telephones, 30.
Armin Schwartz, meanwhile, was another to survive unscathed after landing on two wheels while in sixth gear. With Gronholm winning the stage from Mäkinen, it seemed the two Finns were set to continue the battle they'd begun in Cyprus. Solberg, Rovanperä, Burns and McRae completed the top six, although Mäkinen shared that sixth place. Dust, it seemed, had played a part, with nearly 34 seconds covering the top 12.
You won it by 6.6 seconds. Are you surprised that that's such a big margin?
Maybe a little bit, because for me I was not really attacking, but it was a clean drive, so it was the reason. Maybe the time was also good.
Colin, we thought you were a prime candidate for winning the first stage of the day. What happened?
Nothing really, just a bit of a slow start and quite a lot of dust.
Petter, any problems for you this morning?
Just bad stomach. That's and we had a puncture. I don't know how many kilometers in, but it's quite early, so we lost quite a lot on the top speed, and it was quite bad punctures. It's good that we didn't something more happen.
About halfway through the stage, there's a long water splash. There's about 5 or 6 in there in total, but the first one, after we went through it, the engine went down onto 3 cylinders, so we did the rest of the stage just with whatever power was left.
Stage 3, the 19-kilometre Cosquin stage, was again dusty. And again it was Gronholm who took advantage of the clear air to set the fastest time.
7. Vasenlaita 5 ja oikein pitkä hidas kirraa. Oikein lyhyt. Vasen nopea. 7. Oikein hidas.
Gronholm's lead had now grown to over 15 seconds after just 2 stages. By now firing on all 4 cylinders once again, it was Richard Burns who was second fastest.
Flat left there, Nick fast left, minus in.
There were now 3 Peugeots in the top 4. The odd man out was Tommy Mäkinen in the Subaru.
Ja oikein täys 120. Oikein täys 140. Huomio. Nyppy ja pirun pitkä Koomasen plus pidä sisällä. Aukee vähän. 5. Silta nyppy ja huomio pirun pitkä oikein 5.
Third fastest behind both Gronholm and Burns, Mäkinen was grimly hanging on to his second place. Harry Rovanperä was now the man in third, confirming most people's fears that the Peugeot domination of the championship would continue in South America. The reason for Rovanperä's climb to third was that Solberg had slipped 2 places. His stomachache was getting worse. The team doctor thought the problem was food poisoning. And not surprisingly, that made concentrating on the pace notes and the road ahead a little difficult at times.
Line into slippy 5 right minus, tightens minus over crest, 120. Line into slippy 4 left plus, tightens.
Colin McRae's concentration too seemed to have drifted a little at one point. Unfortunately for the Scot, he picked one of the narrowest parts of the stage to spin the focus.
30, 2 left plus opens. 50. Right tightens to 4 plus. Right tightens to 4 plus.
Yet more precious seconds were lost getting the car started and on its way again, but that hardly seemed to worry the spectators. McRae's win-at-all-costs approach means he's a firm favourite with the Argentinian fans.
43.
Others would lose far more time on stage 3. McRae's teammate Marco Martin passes the stranded Hyundai in France, who lost over 6 minutes after breaking a wheel. Martin himself was the best of the Ford drivers on the stage, setting the 6th fastest time, ahead of Sainz, who was 7th, and the frustrated McRae, 14th. Stages 4 and 5 were 2 super specials, where 2 cars race against each other as well as against the clock. To no one's surprise, Gronholm was again fastest on the first of the pair, while several drivers suffered broken windscreens caused by the flying gravel. One of those was Mäkinen, who also stalled just before the start. Since the stage is so short, we can follow Mäkinen and the man up against him, Richard Burns, for the entire 2 1/4 minutes or so. The commentary comes from Burns' co-driver, Robert Reed.
To flat left 30, fast left over crest, tightens 30, K right plus, tightens bad, to flat left 40, flat left 40, easy left plus to easy left plus long 50, K left, tightens 60, fast left minus 60, slight right 70, slight right straight 40, medium right plus tightens to fast right 60, medium right plus long 60, slow medium left long to medium left minus over crest long to medium left minus opens 80, medium right tightens maybe 60, fast right plus 30, fast right minus tightens maybe to flat left 80, medium left minus tightens maybe and K left long 30, medium left plus 80, slight crest 100, flat right 60, jump 60, slight left 30, right max 20, fast left, tightens maybe 30, medium left, plus over crest, tightens 60, medium right long to flat left 70, easy left long, tightens 30, medium left, long, go 50, slow K left 60, easy left 70, left max 40, braking flat left 40, slow medium right to flat left 20, flat right to flat left 50, medium right minus tightens long to slow K right, tightens 30, K left to K left long 60, crest 60, right max straight 120, medium left minus tightens maybe to medium left long go 60, medium left plus 170,
that one.
which one was it?
Stage 5 saw the same pairings go again, but this time swapping lanes. Surprisingly, it wasn't Gronholm who was quickest. In fact, the rally leader was lucky to avoid rolling the Peugeot as he neared the end of the stage.
Oikein nopea. 8 ja oikein miinus kirraa sumppuun.
It was Mäkinen who set the fastest time, taking exactly 2 seconds back from Gronholm. This pairing, however, were both within a second of Mäkinen's time. Ami Rovanperä was third fastest, while Carlos Sainz was second. The Ford Focus just 0.3 of a second slower than Mäkinen's Subaru.
Tiene que la casa y se abre. Acaba buena más, se tierra. Dos Montevideo.
After the super specials, this was how things stood. Gronholm still led Mäkinen with Rovanperä, Burns and Solberg 3rd, 4th and 5th. It was now a rejuvenated Sainz in 6th place with Känkinen dropping to 7th, while an unhappy Colin McRae shared 11th place with Kenneth Eriksson in the first of the Skodas.
Nick, you hadn't had a great start to the rally, but what happened on stage 3?
Unfortunately, very loose, rutted place. Just came into the corner and the back got away from Colin and we half spun. But it was quite narrow, so we had to nudge back and forth, had to take reverse twice, which is quite time consuming.
5 seconds before the start, engine stalled. Then afterwards I was already 20 meters behind of Richard from the start, and one corner we just get lot of stones and things from Richard car, and that broke our windscreen.
Yeah, it's a good lead, but not enough. It's nothing if we have some problems or I do a mistake. So.
Got a big moment for you at the Super Special?
Not maybe so big, but we were on two wheels, yes. It was not so good.
Stage 6, the 16-kilometre Tanti test, was another sandy stage. These roads, however, will be used again on day 2, and so big ruts were sure to form. This time, Marcus Gronholm had to settle for the 4th quickest time. No matter, he'd only lost just over 2 seconds, but his lead was still over 17 seconds.
7 ja vasen eri tiukka. Ja nyppy vasen täys. 120.
It was, though, still a 2:06 which went fastest. Richard Burns set the quickest time to keep the pressure on both Rovanperä and Mäkinen. The Peugeot consistency was amazing. Mäkinen's Super Special win was the only stage victory by anything other than one of the silver bullets.
Flat left, long, 40. Slight left over crest, 60.
Mäkinen himself was second fastest on stage 6. Partnered once again by Kai Lindströms as the injured Mr. Personality is still recovering. Mäkinen was now the only real threat to the Peugeots. Less than 30 seconds covered the top 4 places, so this was becoming a real battle between those 4. Not that the local media needed much encouragement to get excited.
Máquina número 1, envuelta en tierra igual que las otras. Último metro va a llegar. ¡Llegó!
Amidst all the excitement, Rovanperä was third fastest, just a tenth of a second quicker than Gronholm, while the surprise of the stage was the pace of Freddie Loix, the Hyundai 5th quickest, with a whisker of snatching 8th place in the leaderboard. Stage 7, at under 10 kilometres, the shortest of the day's proper stages. Short it might have been, but Gronholm wasn't about to let the chance of another stage win go to waste.
Pateri plussylinypy, vasen täys ja pitkä nyppy täys. 120. Pateri miinusristeys.
Mäkinen must have wondered just what he had to do to break the Peugeot stranglehold. This time less than half a second was all that prevented him from setting the fastest time.
Ja vasen täys ylös, 8. Pikkunyppy ja pirun pitkä K oikein. Helppo alku, kirraa lopussa. Heti pitkä.
In the other Subaru, a slight problem with the transmission had added to Peter Solberg's concerns about his stomach upset. But the man they call Hollywood was still 4th fastest on the stage, and still 5th overall. This, though, would be the last we'd see of Francois Delacour, who rolled after hitting a rock out of sight of our cameras, and so co-driver Daniel Resolute will be able to celebrate his birthday on Sunday at home in France.
What's it going to take to catch Marcus Gronholm?
It seems to be very difficult. He's going very fast, and all these 3 Peugeots, they are going very, very fast. It seems to be hard work to beat them.
On the day's final 2 stages, it was the weather which had the last laugh. Gronholm completed stage 8 in relatively clear weather, but pockets of fog meant those running behind him were left struggling. 45 seconds quicker than anyone else, Gronholm's lead was now a yawning 1 minute and 14 seconds. Second fastest on the stage, Richard Burns moved up into 2nd place overall. The reigning world champion faring much better than 2 title holders.
Medium right tightened.
Lost around 7 minutes stuck on a bank, while a gearbox with only 4th, 5th and 6th gears meant Tommy Mäkinen dropped over 30 seconds to Burns. The position was reversed on stage 9. Now it was the early runners who were caught in the fog, which then lifted, allowing Freddie Loix to set the fastest time, and so leap into 6th place. So, Gronholm has a massive lead tonight, with Mäkinen back in second place again after fixing his gearbox. Solberg, Sainz and Loix occupy the rest of the point-scoring positions, with Panizzi heading the chasing pack. But there's no doubt that the day belonged to just one man.
I won more than I never could expect because of the fog. I don't know why we were faster. But if same weather tomorrow, it's not really nice, so it can change a lot quickly.
Join us tomorrow to see exactly what will happen on day 2. But from Argentina, goodbye for now.